harder to balance a team with egos than people actually realize. Skip, it's hard. Kevin Durant put this team together. Kevin Durant put this team together. He's the de facto best player, and there's no question about that.
How do you figure he put it together?
Hold on, is James Harden there? So, hold on. He called Bobby Marks and says, okay, he okayed the trade. He also called Bobby Marks and says, okay, I'm okaying the trade for him to come. The reason Kyrie is there, if Kevin Durant says, look, I'm coming to Brooklyn, but I want you to sign X instead of Kyrie. Kyrie is not in Brooklyn. X is in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant put this team together. If LeBron James, you say LeBron put the Miami Heat together, let that thing get blown up. It goes to show you how hard it is, Skip, because they stayed together for 4 years. You saw Golden State. Kevin Durant wanted to put a team together outside of Golden State that says, hey, I can do this too. LeBron did it. Bob Myers did a great job. But Skip, the thing when you get super teams like this, everybody has to sacrifice. And everybody has to believe everybody is sacrificing. The moment Kyrie did not get that vaccine, James Harden said, you're not sacrificing. Now, you tell us you want to sacrifice. I see KD got it. I see everybody else got it. I saw Kyrie 2 weeks. He ain't tell the front office. He tell his teammates, bro, I need some time away. That's not sacrificing.
Okay.
You're looking at the betterment of you for you. James Harden said, hold on. And I get it. People say, well, James Harden quit on Houston. He quit on Brooklyn. Kyrie quit on Cleveland, quit on Boston. So what's to say? But Kevin Durant is finding out that it's really hard to keep things together because even after the third, we started hearing things in that third season before that blow up with Draymond that, feeling some type of way. I don't, the adulation that Steph gets, I'm not going to get that because this is not my team. So he went, that's his team. Brooklyn is his team. And hey, if LeBron James put together a super team and that thing imploded after a year and a half, and then James Harden said, my first choice was to go to Philly. That's what he said. Now, if it's a lie, he told it. Now, you made a big old deal about Paul George not wanting to go play with LeBron.
Definitely.
Oh, we'll make a big deal about James Harden wanting to go play with Joel Embiid. He said, I want to go with Joe. He didn't call him Joel. He said Joe. That's what they call him. Hey, Joe.
They call him Joe. Everybody calls him Joe.
Joe. He wanted to play with Joe, not the best player. Hold on. You mean to tell me somebody doesn't want to play with the best player in the NBA? And Harden did. This was bound to end the moment Kyrie didn't get that vaccination because James Harden said, I thought we were all in this together. I thought we all wanted the same thing. He didn't sign up for a part-time player, and that's what he was getting. I don't know anybody is that we're trying to accomplish something, but you can only play on the road. Well, we got 41 games at home. What the hell are we supposed to do with you? What the hell we got going on, Skip? That's what happened. Their egos, and now it's been reported that the style of offense, the style of play they were going to have, KD wanted free flow like they had in Golden State. James was more of an ISO, but I thought James had done a great job blending in, Skip. You look there, he came to last year, he finished third in MVP. So clearly he could play a style, but it's hard, Skip. It's hard when you got egos like this because everybody have been the man elsewhere. Now you bring 3 men. That's why I take my hat off to Chris Bosh, who was the man in Toronto. D. Wade had won a championship, a Finals MVP in Miami. It was Wade County. And then LeBron, we know what LeBron was. And guess what? D. Wade say, LeBron, you the best damn player. We'll follow you. Chris Bosh say, bro, do you. Somebody wasn't willing to say, do you. So everybody got to be willing to make a sacrifice. And I'm not so sure everybody with that big 3 in Brooklyn was willing to make those sacrifices.
Who was the leader of the Heatles, as they were first called when LeBron went there? Who was the leader of that team? It was D. Wade.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore
were much higher than either Kyrie's or James Harden.
A short time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd.
He was willing to do whatever. And I was hard on him early because everybody was hard on him because he was the third wheel and he was the most glaringly easy target when they got off to that.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
It took a whole year. It took a finals loss. A disaster.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Okay, James was angling to come there. James just wanted out. He wanted to go, I'm sure, because of Daryl Morey, that he wanted to go Philly first.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
For any of their runs, like out here at UCLA. Right. But when he did show up at training camp,
here's Brady to throw.
That he was way out of shape, and you could see that.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's a 2nd down.
Testing the free agent market after this year, because it's just a blow to your ego. Like, well, I thought we were on this.
Now a play fake, Brady. And his pass, incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began that, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there. But I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Kevin Durant don't want to leave. Kevin Durant just want to hoop. Y'all let who Ronnie Mark and Skip, think about it. 1 week into when they signed it.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. This is Miller, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
We're scoreless after 1. Second down, another shot for Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0.
I tell you what we would have been willing to do. Trade you Russ for James Harden. The salaries match.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Y'all got KD and Kyrie. Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. It's like
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Focus list detailing the top 101 players in the NFL this season.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
Aaron Donald plays defensive tackle. There are not very many defensive tackles that end the game.
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You know somebody in them back rooms watching tape, or they call themselves watching tape. They're not watching tape.
Man, Mike McCarthy used to work for him.
You see how that worked out? Because clearly he hadn't been watching tape.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 7.
I got to have a cornerback, and I didn't care about anybody else in the draft except
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
who was the son of
Dumps it off to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he finds Howard complete and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
He changed the way they could play defense because he does do it all. Unfortunately,
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0.
That's an edge rusher. And I'm saying that should be his day job, not his moonlight job. He should do it way more often because I'm going to repeat what Alex just read. All he did was finish the season with the best pressure rate and pass rushing grade of any player in pro football. Are you kidding me? That's all I need to know.
But let me ask you this. Did he receive the attention of an Aaron Donald? He received the attention of a T.J. Watt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Or the back's going to chip him. Well, what if he's coming up the middle? The back's still going to try to chip in the middle because sometimes he just stands up and lines up right over the center, right? One of the A-gaps. You know, he's going to come one way or the other. Okay, so the point is that I wanted to see a lot more of him lined up on the edge.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
I mean, there's only one Von Miller, and
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
A little bit more than he used to be back up. Yes. Okay. So the point is,
here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right.
You rank them against grades at the quarterback position because clearly
and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And see Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. Just see what was happening with Jameson. I like Jameson.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
I had Aaron Rodgers at 18. At 18? Well, that's just wrong. I'm sorry. He's got to be somewhere in the top 5 because he plays.
I'm trying to figure out how does he get ranked that low, Skip, with the season that he had.
Matthew Stafford.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll roll him out right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker. And that one makes it 14-7.
And it's a sight for very sore eyes if we can see it, please.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Well, Floyd Mayweather was on the Pivot Podcast. That episode came out yesterday, and he was sitting down with
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Brady's throw taken in by Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But, you know, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we were kind of willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
The money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money in the back, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while. And he shouldn't trip. If you feel like you've done great numbers, and we've done record-breaking numbers, then I understand nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop, They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, he's going to air one out. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
All right, well, let's get ready for the Roots picnic. Also, I saw yesterday they announced who will be performing at the Roots picnic. They said it's
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We'll be there, so shout out to everybody. Our girl DJ Diamond Cuts and also DJ Active. So get ready for that.
Man, they got $1 million worth of game. Who curated the podcast page, and they got horrible.
2nd and 4.
They got hilarious cats with reckless. They got Earn Your Music. All black effects.
Here's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So that's June 4th and June 5th.
To throw is Brady. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Congratulations. Happy to see they worked it out. All right, well, that is yours.
All right, we got front page news next.
Brady to throw again.
And we are going to talk about some key takeaways.
Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Brady's throw there complete, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll go again to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Here's Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win.
I think that they're a much better team.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Yeah. LA Leakers, just incredible. DJ Sour Milk.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we got a
So that'll do it for us for For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah.
You've been watching the
talked about
NFL
right now, man.
on
It's
EA
an honor to have you on the
Sports.
LA League of Freestyle
From
Series.
Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, DJ Sourman.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Come on.
We about to go crazy for y'all, man.
Oh my God.
Do your thing, my brother. Talk to the people.
My niggas came out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It was all for the better. Was puzzled till it all came together out the dirt. Bitch, that's where you find treasure. You know how I feel, dog. I've been a star since I was little dog. Was a pit bull to a wolf. I'm a real dog. Keeping niggas' hopes up. Working lead a scene, I don't post up. These niggas talking about art, I'm giving life gems. I should stop calling them songs. These is life hymns. I'm just getting warmed up. Had to start to call niggas. Bench press and lift the ball on niggas. 400 years depressed, it was hard on niggas. Blackjack, couldn't wait to flip the card on niggas. Who need a label now? I came with the fire stick, who need cable now? Built the whole goddamn kitchen, who need a table now? Or guess the horses out the stable now.
Yes, sir.
It's the change of a legacy. Turn the blind eyes to the shit I thought I'd never see. Crazy how I'm everything they tell you you can never be. Probably cause it's hard to ever be what you never see. Do you hear me?
I hear you, bro.
Black man, better stand tall and keep your chin up. Black man, lead by demonstration, lift your friends up. Black man, move from the heart and get your mind right. Black man, made lemonade out of limelight. Turn the execution to a revolution. We don't want your pity, we want retribution. We don't need excuses, we need new solutions.
Right.
Hey, split the pie with my niggas, split the pie with the fans, split the pie with my pops, still had pie in the pan. Shit, I would get you 5, but I got pie on my... We the first game up, they stopped when the elevator broke. We still
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
He can't focus, man.
I see it. I hear it. I hear it. Come on.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man.
What are we doing?
We changing the game. That's what we're here to do. Like
It's the only thing we
Come on. We about to go crazy for y'all, man.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Talk to the people.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on second down, Watson, left side, it's Dorsett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
We don't want your pity, we want retribution.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll get this underneath to David Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 3rd and 2, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Mahomes trying to fight his tight end Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Eric Murray, the ex-Chief, has it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case. I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Watson's throw there taken in by Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Yeah. LA Lakers, just incredible. DJ Sour Milk. That's right.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just a yard to go here on second down. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
51 to Mike. 50. 15. Come on, boy. You gotta be ready. Don't be scared.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got it. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run. It's soft, baby, that's baby soft.
Now Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Mahomes gets this one to Hill.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes dancing to his left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Texans defense stands tall. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go to Johnson again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bound to lose one. Right there, 54, right there.
To throw, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions now, 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Watson.
What the fuck?
And now another one thrown incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe
he wide open.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And they'll
toe in the water of a public comment that Jerry won't love.